Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, and my partner is James Mason. Our goal today is to bring you some insights and ideas for today's trading market. Good morning, James. How are you?
Todd, good morning. I am doing well. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
So, good morning, everyone. All right.
I do have a question for you.
What's that?
How did you? I noticed in the 2-minute pre-trailer. How did you get a futuristic picture of me, like in the future, where I put on some weight? But you got this picture from like 15 years ago when you were in your Seville military shape. What's up with that?
Technology. I don't know.
Technology. Guess that's one of the advantages of putting together those headshots. Like, I'm gonna get this one for me and that one for Todd.
Good morning, beautiful. I love you. Bye-bye, baby. Thank you for the coffee. Let's see, Todd. Actually, never mind. I'm not going to say this analogy.
Okay. It is a family show. It is a family show.
Due to YouTube terms and conditions.
Let's talk about the market. So the futures are up a little bit, 93 points, 90 points right now, up a little bit. And SPY is just about break even. So what do you think is going to happen in the market today, James?
Oh, man. So yesterday I was expecting a little bit of choppiness, but I was not expecting the market to pull back the way that it did.
I was expecting a little bit of choppiness.
You have a lot of back feed on your end.
I just turned it down.
All right. Yeah, let's not interrupt our show. But yesterday I was not expecting the market to do that quick pullback that it had did. I mean, literally, Todd, we were just talking and the futures were green, and the next thing I know, I looked up and the Dow futures were down 190 points. I mean, it happened so drastically. So honestly, I'm still expecting that volatility. I'm expecting that choppiness to still be here, and really, that's just the way it's going to be until we have a significant pullback in the market, in my opinion.
So chop, chop, chop until we get a decent pullback. And when you say decent pullback, are you talking 1%, 3%, 20%? What's your pullback number?
Anywhere between 15 to 20%.
So pretty significant.
Mm-hmm.
So people who aren't in the market daily, if they don't look at their 401ks and then all of a sudden they look at them during the pullback, that puts them into a panic mode, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And especially, you'll see the panic set in with a lot of these COVID-19 era traders because they've only experienced it going up, which, hey, kudos to them. I mean, man, it would have been nice to start off, jump in, and then everything was just only going up. But what sucks for them is they have experienced unrealistic expectations of the market, and there's going to be a lot of hard lessons for a lot of people.
It's funny though. Still, my investment accounts or my retirement accounts, and then I recently had a chance to talk to a couple of different financial planners that want to manage my retirement money. They're all very bullish, though. They're still bullish. I think that's probably part of the marketplace that they have to be because they want you to put your money in their possession. But overall, I think the consensus is still bullish, even with this pending pullback opportunity.
They're also the people that, if you dug into their own finances, you would see that they're not even successful as well. That's the sad truth about a lot of these financial advisors and brokers and people like that. If you really take a look at what they have done, and if you talk to a lot of people who they've managed money for, you'll see that most people never really made any money. They might have made a few percentage points, but really the fees that they get paid out, like literally the fees that they get paid out is probably just as much as what the people made in their portfolios. So yeah, they're really not that great at making money. All they do is just copy each other. That's all they do.
Yep. So looking at the market today, you and I had a little pre-game before we start to show up. Again, I mean, I know it sounds like a broken record, but there's just not a whole lot going on in the marketplace. We look at some small cap stuff, and there's not much movement there.
Yeah, and for months, the entire pre-market has just been trash, to be honest with everyone. It's just, now there's a lot of bearish opportunities, and it's easy to spot those bearish opportunities because those gap ups will be so random, and the volume will end up drying up on those, and then they just turn into faders. But most of us are bullish traders, and it's always hard to find those bullish trades before it's too late. We don't want to jump into a trade chasing something just because it's the only thing to trade. And sometimes, and maybe for periods of time, you might just have to lay off on trading. I mean, you can't really create the entire market unless you've just got tons of money. And if you got tons of money, enough money to create a market, you're probably not watching the show right now. You're probably doing that those 1%er things or opportunities in life, and that is definitely not watching the StockCast show.
So let's talk about a ticker that you're in, I'm in, a lot of our members are in.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about a letter that you recently wrote. You want to chat about that?
Oh, yeah. So I wrote an email yesterday to Predictive Oncology, and essentially what it said was, they have a special shareholder vote coming up on August the 10th, around July the 7th. Your brokerage firm, or they, just depend on how you have your account set up, will either email you or physically mail you a proxy card to essentially, take this vote and vote on these 5 little proposals that Predictive Oncology plans to present to everyone. Now, they just released that, let's see, it's a pre-14A form, and it rattles off the 5 different proposals. And really, it's all stuff that we knew they was going to propose anyways. So what they are proposing is not a surprise if you've actually been keeping up with this. This is actually, for me, this is what I've known since since right at the moment I got into the trade. And, the way I am approaching this, and I usually do this to about half the companies that I'm trading, like that I'm swing trading, is I'll start calling them up all the time or emailing them. And it's not that I feel like I'm trying to influence them, because I really know I'm not. All I'm trying to do is just keep complaining and keep putting pressure on them. Just stay in their ear. That's all I'm doing. And the way I see it is, hey, if you guys are not giving us the results, and I feel like this is taking too long. And again, this is a selfish move, but I'm trading for myself. I want to see results. If I give this company my money and I know they have legitimate catalysts, I want to see some freaking results. And, for as long as I've been into Predictive Oncology, ticker POAI, I haven't seen those results. There's a few times that I could have took profit. I would have been on this last push up. I would have had almost 100% profit, but I didn't. I'm not looking for 100%. This company has a legitimate catalyst. So I essentially just told them in this email that, hey, between me and my inner circle, we control about 2 million shares in this company. And I'm going to reach out to all the trading communities to start getting the shareholders to vote in our favor, our direction, the shareholders' direction. And I told the company that if we don't start getting results, that everything that they're going to put on that proposal, just going to vote against.
Have you ever been to Eagan, Minnesota?
No.
Would you like to go?
Hey, I'm not above that. I will do that. It's within 10 hours for me.
Let's say, what would be? It's not illegal to solicit proxy positions, is it?
Not at all. They actually even mention it in that form. That basically they have the right to contact shareholders and to get you to lean towards their way to make this vote happen. And, they, like I said, they have that right. And so do I. And I'm willing to bet that I have more influence and I have more reach than they do as the company. And I'm willing to bet that since they haven't dropped the catalyst in so long, that there's a lot of people who are going to see things my way and vote no. And let's just say that everybody would jump on this vote. And like, honestly, guys, I don't want to even be in this trade by the time this vote comes. But this is just kind of like that Hail Mary pass, that what if we get to this point on August 10th and they haven't dropped this catalyst yet? Well, that's why I'm going to vote no to everything. All my shares are going to vote no. And if everyone else votes no, man, there's only one way to put it. If they're putting up this vote because they expect people to give them what they want, but what if they lost? What if they lost their own vote? Dude, they would be shitting their pants. And I told them that, hey, if we're not going to vote yes on anything right now or in the future until we start getting results, and we're just going to keep adding to our position sizes. So we'll just keep, increasing that percentage of the company that we own until we get some tangible results.
Well, we could back the truck up with our proxies and road trip to Egan and smell a road trip.
Exactly. TT get together.
Egan, Minnesota. Here we come. That's where Predictive Oncology is headquartered. I don't know if that's where they're holding their special shareholders meeting. But
it doesn't matter. It's their headquarters. We'll show up. They're like, the security is gonna be like, hey, buddy, you can't be in here. I'm like, no, I own the place.
All right, let's turn to the market. What's on your radar today for anything that you're excited about or anything that's looking? I'm looking at my scanner and there is not much going on.
Nah, today's gonna be a bearish day, and I will be looking for a short position in ticker MRIN. So here we are, ticker MRIN, and we can see that this thing is finally started gapping up. I can't tell you how many times I've looked at this trade over the last 6 months or so, and I kind of dabbled in it just a little bit, but I never got serious overall. But man, it would have been nice with hardcore that this thing is running. So just a few days ago, I mean, heck, we were just closing out at around $1.70, and here we are pre-market today at $9.18. And guys, this is why I enjoy trading these small caps like this. One, you can hold on to the shares forever, unlike option contracts. And then if you just properly scale in, you can obviously manage your emotions with that trade. But at the same time, by scaling in, you can control your average for that price, for that share, whatever, for the shares. Now, for the people who actually were in this one, and if they're even still in this, which me personally, I wouldn't be in this after it gapped up like this, hey, that's freaking awesome. But it's time for this bad boy to come down. So we can see all these days that it had gapped up. And today's gap up is not that strong. You can see we're already struggling right in here. So what I'm going to be looking for really is to kind of see how it opens up here at the bell. But overall, I'm going to be expecting that breakdown, especially. Let me just draw some trend lines really quick. Especially the breakdown below $8.55. Now, if this thing would spike, if it spikes above, say it runs back up above 1075, that would be perfect. If it ran back above 1075, I'd let it do its thing. And then, when it came back down, I'd make that entry break below that. So I'm just going to give this a chance when the market opens. to do what it wants to do. If it would just come out the gates and just rocket straight down, then that will be a no-go. I want to see it have a little bullish bounce first.
I traded MRIN yesterday on a short, and I passed on the open of the market. It wasn't doing a whole lot, and it was about 15 minutes after the market opened. It made a big candle run, and it went into a halt. And it was out of that halt, I took a small position, and ended up getting a few shares, couple scale ends, and it worked out pretty good. And then I was done for the day. So it'll be on my radar also.
Nice. Well, hopefully we can tap that one again then. But yeah, like as for like bullish trades today, right now I don't see anything for the bullish side for what I like to take, me personally. What do you guys think in the comments? Like, what are you guys looking at for bullish trade? What are your anticipated entries if you're not already in it?
One of the unique advantages that we have with our Blackbox subscription is the Blackbox will send out alerts with the algorithms that you wrote. And yesterday it alerted SPY as a bear trade. So, and that's been spot on. The SPY alert is, I know there's some guys that trade that religiously, the bear and the bull side of it. So if it's alerting the bear side, I would agree with you that getting a bull trade is going to be challenging.
Yeah. And so far, man, with those alerts from algorithms, it's only ever been wrong one time with the SPY alert. So that, man, when it comes up a bearish alert for SPY or bullish, if I'm trading against that, that alert alone, I'll end that trade just from how accurate that's been. So really quick, I just want to answer one question. I was asked about my scanner setup. So my pre-market scanner that I have, it's very simple. The only thing I'm looking for is percentage gainers of 10% or more. And then I just filter by volume. That's it. Very simple. But other than that, Todd, we have about 8 minutes until the bell. And currently the Dow futures they're positive 108, and S&P 500 is up 2 points. I'm still going to expect that choppiness to be here, and I'll just have to take it from there.
Final thought, if you're nervous about a trade, if you're nervous about your position, then your position size is too big.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so just keep that in mind. It's a simple belief and understanding that when you're in a trade, if you're nervous about what's going on, when you see red, then you're probably over your head.
Okay, Dr. Seuss over there, ramen.
I didn't realize I did that, but poet, didn't even know it. All right, happy trading, safe trading, everyone today. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 9 a.m.
All right, everyone, trade safe, take care, and we'll see you in the next one.